Should be good. Should be live. What is up, you guys, my guys? Should be live. What is up, my guys? It's your boy Rob Hollow Avarice back here with some gaming goodness. I don't know why I did that. With some more gaming goodness. Today we are going to react to the 5.2 Genshin Impact overview. Do we have the full special program? Here it is. All right. We obviously got the new trailer first. That's the first thing happening. So I am excited for this. I was jazzed. Act 3 didn't hit, I don't think hit super hard with Ororan and Sitlali. I thought it was all right. The final act, Act 4, the war, hit. It was awesome. So I'm very excited to see this. This is coming out next week on the 18th, I think, or in 10 days. So we got a few more, like a week and a half before this comes out. So I'm very excited to check it out. So let's do it. Here we go.
We're a tribe of warriors.
Oh yeah, new tribes dropping. Oh, the the flying birds. Yep. The Kukasaurs. Are we gonna be able to fly?
So Ochkon still managing to sow discord.
Ochkon. Chaska, baby!
Solve a conflict through dialogue. Sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Is she got a friggin'
I'll bet the easy
giant flying cannon? What is that? That's the Nightwind.
Can't find its way back to his body.
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Ororan. They have bats?
500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Cool. Cool.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
Is that a new boss? Oh my god.
Be free.
Is it like a Shadow Magu Kenyan? Is it becoming other bosses? Does she have a giant gun mount?
Time to say hello.
knock them down.
It's either your end or mine!
Alright.
Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder.
New dragon, flying city. The tapestry of spirit and flame. Heck yeah. 6 Alm Wav Kilk 35. Is there a person sitting in the flame right in the dead center of that? Alright. So we knew the Kukasaurs, the birds, are the children, the flower feather clans, special animal companions. We didn't know yet about the Masters of the Nightwind, and it looks like that little thing down there. Are they little bats?
Travelers, welcome to the Genshin
These guys.
version 5.2 special program.
Because they're still doing the voice actor strike.
And I'm Kai. We meet again. Whoa.
Baby Kukasaur!
Want to join us?
Hey, don't be shy. Come out and say hello.
Oh, let me get my,
I'm not sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
She approves of your compliment.
Hey, I didn't know you could speak Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can
Where's
make
my
an educated guess based on
Natlan?
your body language.
Whoa.
So we know Kukasaurs are the animo.
Is this one?
Adult Kukusaurs are usually very proud creatures, but there are always exceptions.
The Flower
Well,
Feather Clan.
Since our Kukusaur friend kicked things off for us, I know just the place to start. The Flower Feather Clan.
All right, let's do it. Kukusaurs live among the Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above
Oh
the
man.
mountains.
That is what we saw in the distance, yep.
Warriors, and most
Balloon
of their
City.
people can command the power of the skies. It was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the entire region of Natlan. As elite special forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation.
That's really
Though the
cool.
circumstances are different now, the tribe never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test a
What
pilot's
is
skill
that?
and teamwork with the cuckoo swords.
Like indoor sky.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm so pumped about these Kukusaurs.
Yeah, cuckoo swords are the proudest out of all the saurians. They know that they're the kings of the sky. Cuckoo swords can consume phlogiston to climb higher or perform a horizontal roll in midair.
We get
Holding
flight.
the sprint button allows them to enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great distances.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Kukusaurs are really hard to tame.
Yeah, that's true. You need to prove yourself in some worthwhile feat, like demonstrating exceptional archery skill during flight. That's the only way to become a true Kukusaur rider.
That sounds cool.
Oh, that's so strict.
To prove
Yeah, tell me
yourself.
about it. But okay, now that we've got a glimpse of the Flower Feather clan, it's time for a quiz.
What? Already?
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has a unique way of communicating with their saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather clan use a special item to summon their Kukusaurs. What is that item?
A bow and arrow, a gun.
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the previous video.
Oh, I remember now.
Oh, the horn, yeah.
Horn.
Ding ding ding! Kukusaurs live far from the tribe and from each other, so in order to summon them, the tribe's people use whistles and horns to produce loud noises.
Cool.
So there's your overview of Kukusaurs. Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to other saurians, but don't worry, travelers. If you get into a tough situation, then Chaska, the Flower Feather clan's expert
Yeah.
peacemaker, can help mediate the conflict.
Knitch mentioned that her method of mediation is silencing
The
both
peacemaker of
parties. Is that true?
Tlalocan. The ender of all
That's
disputes.
only in special cases. Most of the time, Chaska barely needs to intervene. Everyone knows what she's capable of, so people usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows up.
Oh, so she doesn't just handle conflicts between humans and saurians. She keeps the peace between people, too.
Exactly. Chaska was corrupted by abyssal power as a child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but luckily for her, the Kukusaurs took her in and raised her as one of their own. In
She's
addition
the
to
raiser of...
Chaska gained a lot of unique combat experience from her saurian childhood. When Chaska is in your party, defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your party.
Cool.
While she's in the Night Soul's blessing state, Chaska can ride and control her gun.
This
like a
is so
Kukusaur.
cool.
The Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption, it also allows her to get a better angle on her enemies.
Wow, that mid-air perspective is so cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah, and Chaska's fierce when she's in the zone. In
Look
the
at that
Soul
weapon.
Blessing state, Chaska's normal attack
Oh my
deals
God.
damage to enemies in front of her.
All right, I thought I was gonna pull on Cheska.
Will cause Chaska to
I'm
enter
definitely
special
pulling on
aim mode.
Cheska.
This allows her to lock onto a set number of enemies within range and fire up to 6 Shadow Hunt shells, which deal animo damage upon impact. In addition, for every Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro character in your party, one of Chaska's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental conversion to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no way. So Chaska can directly deal other types of elemental damage
Yeah.
based on the characters in her party.
So she's doing...
Since she's an
Is she
animal
doing
character,
swirl
she can
too?
Swirl them at the same time.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, I know, right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too. Chaska fires a gale-splitting Soul Seeker shell during her burst, which deals animo damage. The attack then splits into 6 Soul Seeker shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies. These shells can also undergo elemental conversions.
That's so cool.
That's
No wonder she's
wild.
one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Speaking of her tribe, The warriors from the Flower Feather clan are formidable for sure.
Of fading
Also
flowers
sheds
and falling
light on those
feathers.
who aren't as skilled.
Oh, are you talking about the wingless?
We heard about
That's what
them.
The tribe calls
Yep.
people who fail the flight trials, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the challengers who fail to earn the recognition of the Kukusaur.
Exactly. But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own definition of strength. There's a tacit understanding that the wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in Tribal Chronicles Tlalocan. Someone will dare to
Tlalocan.
ask, what if you didn't need a Kukusaur to fly? If you could change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is...
Take them to Mondstadt and put them under Amber's training to learn how to become gliding champions.
So, be sure to check out Chaska's Tribal Chronicle if you're interested in what happens.
See, that's a little story I want. I want Amber and Kale to come here and teach the
Remember
wingless how
I
to fly.
mentioned that Chaska was raised by Kukusaurs?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Her Saurian mother will make an appearance in this quest. Even though she's joined human society, Chaska still goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion, especially when she needs some help with a tough situation.
Oh, so Cheska
Still Hydro Traveler. Ugh.
Even though she's a fearsome warrior.
Definitely. The Flower Feather clan is also the setting for the Archon Quest Chapter 5 interlude. All fires fuel the flame. The tribe is facing a crisis, and they'll need the traveler's help to find a solution.
What kind of crisis?
Well, the Flower Feather clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination during the battle in version 5.1.
Yeah, okay.
It's not just the human body that can't withstand high concentrations of abyssal power. For most people, it also damages the mind. Many members of the Flower Feather clan are suffering from the mental repercussions of the abyss.
So this is an interlude. It's not a true act.
Iansan will be there too. After rebuilding her own
Mutoda.
tribe,
Ooh,
the
look at
Collective
this
of
guy.
Many, she's traveling around Natland to help those in need.
The people of Natland really value unity, don't they? No one fights alone. That's one of my favorite things about Natland. Oh, wait. It looks like the captain will also be there.
Yes, the captain will also offer help to the tribe. You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say. The captain rarely gives away too much information in his regular interactions, but his secrecy here seems a little peculiar. So keep an eye out, but of course, restoring Natland's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't over yet. The abyssal contamination is still around, and we have a very important battle ahead.
Well, at least we're getting more stuff to explore.
More than ever
I
before.
haven't been playing a lot of Genshin. I only check into my do my dailies because I
Nightwind, where
finished
the
it so
Thomasaurs
quickly.
live. That tribe
Ooh.
could be another good place to recover from the battle.
just gotta back up.
Thomasaurs live. That tribe could
Ictomasaur.
be another good place to recover from the battle.
Ictomasaur.
Let's check it out.
If you head west from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and go past the towering walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious Masters of the Nightwind. The tribal settlement offers a unique
Okay,
glowing
yep.
landscape at night.
I believed that was the
If you go
Nightwind.
further, then you might encounter the tribe's Wath Ictomasaur Elder, or one of the many shamans who can communicate with
Yeah, they're little
spirits.
bat
I even heard that the
birds.
witch doctors who live there can help cleanse your spirit. Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible.
Cool.
In fact, there's something special about
It
this
glows in
one.
the dark.
Can you figure it out, travelers? It's kind of tricky, right? Well, don't worry. The Ictomasaurs can help us out. Ictomasaurs are known for their wisdom. They can use their unique sight to detect
Is it like-
things that can't be seen through normal means.
That's cool.
Okay.
Right.
So they're more
Ictomasaurs
puzzle solving
are
than exploration, like the
skilled
other
at
three.
detecting ley lines
The other
and
four.
phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston objects
And they can
enhance their
launch.
abilities. Doing so allows them to jump higher, move faster, or even obtain surprising rewards. Ictomasaurs can also extract information from graffiti art to create special objects.
Oh, I bet that'll come in handy for solving puzzles.
Definitely, especially in Tribal Chronicles Mictland, which will become available in version 5.2. The first two acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles, so be sure to check them out, travelers. Some of them will require the help of an Ictomasaur, and others can be solved on your own.
I noticed that Ictomasaurs can perform fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it
Yeah.
looks like so much fun. Do we know anyone who can use that ability? Besides the new sword.
Ororon?
Yes, Ororon can do it too. Like the Ictomosaurs, Ororon has the ability to rise into the air. He also has a keen sense of perception. Well,
These Natlan characters are just so wild.
Enter the spirit speaker state, allowing him to extract power from Natlan's graffiti and runes.
Speaking of Auroron, I was honestly super surprised by his personality. Before the 5.1 Archon quest, I thought that he looked like a stern, stoic, and harsh type of character.
Yep.
But as it turns out, he's just a sweet kid.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected, right? Is he really that sweet?
Kondo
though?
Takashi.
Just to think about all the sneaking around behind his granny's back.
The enigmatic
The
Shadow
tribespeople
Walker.
of the Masters of the Nightwind are known for being eccentric. But Ororon really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way. I wonder if that extends to his combat abilities.
It does. Ororon is a bit different from the Natlan characters with magic.
He's a 4-star, right?
He doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul's Blessing state to gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain the Night Soul's Blessing state even while he's off-field.
Ah, that does sound different from the other Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Ororon gains Night Soul points. This can
Please.
happen in multiple ways. For example, Ororon can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers...
I'm very
a
curious
Night
what the
Soul
banners
burst.
are going to be. Hopefully they're
He can also
together.
gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies after Ororon unleashes his elemental skill.
So he's going to do good in
Sounds
a
like he works
conduct
well
team.
with Hydro and Electro characters.
Yep. And in combat, when enemies take damage from
Or an electro
electro
charge, sorry, yeah.
reactions or other party
Superconductor's
members'
ice,
electro-aligned
cryo.
damage, Ororon can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's Blessing state and trigger the Hypersense effect, dealing electro damage.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's Blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I should mention that Ororon doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Cool.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really useful.
Totally. His elemental burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and support your party. Ororon
That's cool. So good
ancient
on-field
ritual
and
that
off-field
summons
electro application.
supersonic Oculus,
That's really cool.
which taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for
Is it-
crowd control.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
with
electro too.
Ororon in your party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking
It
of
has an
enemies
aggro
being
draw?
easier,
That's so
Ororon
cool.
can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
Awesome.
Ororon really cherishes his friends. With a little teamwork on his side, I'm sure victory will always be within reach.
Cool.
Cool. So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this update, the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's
The-
more. Version
the
5.2
Windborn Cliff.
actually introduces another new region.
And the
It's
city of
called
Flowing Ash.
Ochkanatlan.
Oh, I
We've
forgot
heard about
to
Ochkanatlan,
mention
yeah.
this ancient city when we were looking at the Flower Feather Clan. It's really beautiful from far away.
We've
Those
definitely heard
clouds look kind of
Ochkanatlan.
Ominous. It looks completely abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Yes. This is a restricted area in that land due to its
That's where
severe
Malipo
levels of
went.
Contamination, and it seems uninhabited. Over the years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure or to slay the dragon.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna see new
none
bosses.
of them have ever returned. The Flower Feather Clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, did you say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier, but this creature is actually really terrifying.
Oh.
It occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects
Cool.
an intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
Okay, that's pretty concerning.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually took generations.
This is kind of like Demon Souls, running the Red Dragon in Demon
Relationship wasn't
Souls.
nearly so harmonious in the ancient past. Travelers will need to explore Ochkanatlan to uncover the reason behind this dragon's rampage. Of course, travelers won't have to do this alone. Here, take a look.
Oh, what's that?
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan. His name is Kokui. As for his power, well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay, is he our moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise.
Is he a
every now and then,
shielder? What
cheer
is
us
he?
up.
Hey.
He's our, like,
let's not let
Sarush?
the Petlosaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay, then I've got nothing.
Remember how I mentioned that Oshkanatlan is heavily corroded by the Abyss? Well, that's where Kokuik comes in. We can use his power to clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect secret source scraps and enhance his power. Once Kokuik has enough power, you can take him to track down the evil dragon.
What a useful little guy.
I know, right? Now, travelers can explore Oshkanatlan with two companions, Kokuik and Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here that can enable Little One to traverse a volcano.
Oh, is that going to be the continuation of his story quest?
5.2. This
To deal with his
update
Flame
brings
Lord's
one step
blessing?
closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past. Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore Oshkanatlan. For example, with the help of a Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanisms.
Or Mualani.
With the help of an Ikitomisaur,
Or
we can solve
Ororon.
certain puzzles. With the help of a Kukusaur, we might
Or
even be able
Chaska.
to chase down the evil dragon. But we'll leave the rest for you to discover, travelers.
Wait, are those some kind of lava fish? Does this mean we can fish in Netland?
Yes.
Finally!
I've got some friendly advice, travelers. You should be very careful while exploring Oshkanatlan. Some of the abyssal monsters here can distort their appearance to mimic powerful enemies. High-level monsters such as the tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger enemies.
Huh?
The Aeon
Looks
Flight?
like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley lines, allowing these monsters to read the memories inside of them and mimic creatures from Tevat.
How do we defeat them?
Travelers will
Magukenki.
need to use elemental attacks
The
to break
Tenebrous
enemies'
Papaya.
protective void wards. Doing so allows them to take damage and causes them to enter a brief state of confusion. Night Soul aligned elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow, the Abyss has gotten so advanced.
Ten-
It's scary to think about
That
how much
is
harder
cool.
these fights will get if these abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once. But
The
before
coolest
we
thing they
start,
could possibly do is
we
if
still
it
have a couple of
takes the
short
form of a
announcements
boss we haven't
really
seen
quick, I
yet.
promise. First up,
Throwing it out there.
limited time exploration rewards will be available in version 5.2. Just like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems, and the rewards will be available all the way through version 5.3. It's now time to introduce the
Well,
event.
I have the...
In the first half of version 5.2,
Yes!
travelers can look forward to event wishes from Chaska and Lenny. Auroron will also receive a drop rate boost.
Next will be
And in the
Zhongli
second half of version
and Nicolette,
5.2,
yep.
We'll have returning event wishes for Zhongli. and
This was
Yu.
theorized.
The weapon banner will feature a new 5-star bow.
That's really pretty.
Ultra's Crimson plumage and 2 new Natland-specific 4-star weapons. Be sure to check
The
them out.
flower
if you're
feather, the flower wreath
Alright,
feathers,
it's
and the
time
wave
for our
riding
first
world.
break. Once we come back, we'll dive right
That
into
makes
the
this our
event quest.
third cryo or a hydro themed catalyst. This thing's adorable. 7 Tolm Exus D2 43 Jur.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome
Take
back.
part in
Let's dive straight
a
into
new
the
weapon.
event
Ooh.
section. So in the first event,
That's
we'll
a
get to
cool
learn
looking
more
weapon.
About the Masters of the Nightwind.
The
That's right.
Calamity of
For the
Eshu.
5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls. Travelers will team up with Citlali and Auroron to get to the bottom of a mysterious accident that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers will need to complete combat challenges to defeat enemies who try to disrupt the ritual. They'll also need to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls and gather lost spirits scattered throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the way, including Primo Gems.
Ooh, I really like the vibe of this event. It looks like Citlali is performing some kind of ritual. It's also mysterious.
When a
Cool.
situation gets tough,
We haven't
it's
seen
the
Granny
enemy
do
to
a lot
rescue.
yet.
Definitely.
Citlali and Auroran have some really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm always grabbing the popcorn whenever these two interact. They're practically a two-person show. And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay. First up is the
I'm checking.
Search
Is
for
the
Lost Spirits
writer's
minigame.
strike still?
Travelers will have
SAG
to
after
work
has
together to
resumed
turn the
talks.
scattered roaming spirits into specific zones to earn points. Pay attention to the conditions on the field if you want a higher score. For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field. These slabs will break open and release even more spirits. Storms may also appear during the game. You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In Evil Banisher,
That looks cool.
travelers will need to select the right teams to complete the objectives. Completing all of the objectives will award you the Banishing Aura, which allows you to deal AoE damage by spraying paint at enemies.
That paint really matches the Masters of the Night Wind's aesthetic. It's super cool.
Yeah, and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented records. Citlali will use her power.
Oh yeah,
to
I've played this game in Mario Odyssey. You just gotta
Travelers
line it
will
up.
need to piece these fragments together and assemble them on a woven scroll.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments. Oh, there's something else that we should mention. Travelers can obtain a new 4-star sword by completing this event. The design definitely fits the Masters of the Night Wind. It looks like some kind of ceremonial artifact.
I totally agree. Oh, and this event will allow travelers to learn more about Natland's secrets. For example, this quest will reveal new clues about a mysterious and legendary.
Okay, I've talked a lot about the Mara Javari. We know Mara Javari. We
About this place
since Mondstadt. Yeah,
it'll be nice to get some
the
new
Lava
information.
Walker, the Phoenix.
On a related note, the Adventurers Guild has prepared a new trial for its members. Active adventurers have been invited to take on the challenge, including the Traveler.
Hey,
Travelers will
Catherine.
need to complete various challenges with designated characters and fully leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge, Travelers. Good luck.
In Mondstadt-related news, the Knights of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region. And who better to test these tactics than the Honorary Knight? Be sure to pay close attention to the game.
Just
because
the
the format
combat,
has
yep.
changed this time.
Okay.
Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing formation. Once the lineup is set, the monsters will fight automatically. Available combat units and stratagems are completely random. You know, just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units increases as the wargame progresses. Even more elite monsters will be available for travelers to use. It's a volatile environment, so do your best to win as many rounds as possible, earn wargame medals, and collect the rewards.
All right, let's keep the excitement rolling in this next event. We actually
There's a
have
lot
demo.
of events, but
Please take a look.
okay, this is something.
Oh, looks like they're selecting tactics. Double damage? That sounds powerful.
Oh, it's TCG.
Whoa, it's automated. Cool. The elemental reaction effects are completely different.
This brand new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry. Powerful support cards have been added for nearly every elemental reaction. Choose cards that align with your strategies to trigger powerful elemental reactions. The effects will change depending on how you play. In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each other and skill animations are now shorter in length.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natland. Talk about whiplash.
I still don't care about Genius
Even if
Invocation. I
you've never
tried.
played Genius Invocation before,
play a little bit,
I
but no.
really recommend checking out this new gameplay mode in version 5.2. The new version will also bring a few updates to regular Genius
Rosaria, Siege to
Ever
Win,
feel
and
a
the
little
Golden
cooped
Wolf
up when you're
Lord.
playing card games? Well, don't worry about that. Our next event will give travelers the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. In Claw Convoy, travelers will need to help Lamia track down some adopted animals. Travelers will be able to see the animal's point of view by using a special tool. Once you've managed to deduce their location, you'll be able to track them down.
Is this
Once
Chen Yu
the
Vale?
animals are safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them. I feel like Auroran would really shine in this event.
But-
He's definitely an animal lover.
I can see
Hey,
that.
Huta, how you doing?
I'm sure that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other nations.
Yeah.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow event
Good.
will return in version 5.
Big fan of Leyline
If
Overflow.
you need Mora or character EXP materials,
Always.
then keep an eye out.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game optimizations. First up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater. Previously, travelers would be returned to the theater lobby after completing a challenge,
Which is always
and have to
weird.
open the Fantasia Tome to continue. Travelers provided feedback that this setup interrupted their experience.
Agreed.
So, this will no longer be the case in version 5.2. Now, after finishing a battle, all you need to do is click Next Act if you want to keep fighting.
Nice. Travelers can now enjoy
Good.
the thrill of combat without any interruptions.
And for all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update. You can now check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting
Cool.
caster screen.
Cool. It'll be nice to know.
Also been optimized. Besides the elemental filtering, the Imaginarium Theater will now feature recommended role icons, elemental statistics, and markers for the main types of enemies.
That's really cool.
I'll occasionally put together a random team if I've just started experimenting with some characters.
Markers will
Yes. Now we can directly see which element.
and we can expect feedback about version 5.2. You can now sort 5-star artifacts in your inventory based on when you obtained them, from the most recent to the oldest. Second, the animations for crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture, and cooking dishes are now shorter in length.
That's really nice. The dev team designed a lot of. Watch them over and over again.
There will also
Agree.
be several optimizations for the Serena Teapot. The seed dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed.
Oh,
Purchase
yes.
wood at the Realm Depot in exchange for Realm currency. In addition, the
Huge,
cooldown for the bloom of
huge.
the Elder Tree will be reduced to 5 seconds.
Huge. I did all this while grinding for wood for...
Wood.
Awesome. I've been meaning to use some cool rep. Really helpful.
Nice! I'm so excited. Lock Assistance interface will allow you to configure lock settings with a single click. Just hit Use Recommended Settings and you're set. The recommended set lock plans will first figure
Your inventory will make it much faster to organize your inventory. In addition, a shortcut button that navigates to the Lock Assistance interface will be added to the Artifact Domain Challenge.
That's actually cool. Lock
and the
artifacts to crit.
Artifact
Okay.
Acquisition screen. This should make it easier for travelers to configure their and filter by stars to quickly track them down.
including Sealies and Times will now be able to locate even more treasure locations, including Sealies and time trial challenges.
That's
A quick
that's
swap
huge.
feature will also be added for treasure compasses and Oculus Resonance stones. Enabling this feature will allow travelers to more easily use these devices across regions. The feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds to your location in the game.
Okay.
Awesome.
Be sure to
That's a
check
lot
out
of-
future announcements.
That's a lot of
for
quality of
version
life improvements there.
5.2 optimizations.
All right. That was a lot of info, so this seems like a good time for our second break.
It's time for the third redemption code.
Chaska riding a gun. Just 45. ETD. JLKMD. Ooh. I like this. Okay. Ba ba dum ba na na. Dun dun na 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 na. I can't wait to explore Natland from above as Chaska. Just looking at this is really cool.
Welcome back, travelers. What else do we have on the agenda, Gabe?
We have some very exciting news to share. After the version update on November 20th, travelers will be able to play Genshin Impact on the Xbox Series X and S. Log into Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles to receive the Wind Glider Wings of Fate's Course Intertwined. Additionally, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud gaming. They'll also find extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right, that should be everything. Anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to all the new characters. Chaska and her weapons seem really
That's
incredible.
awesome. Yeah,
I want to
100%.
see how her travel
That's
from
probably my
because
highlight of this.
She has such an amazing personality. Definitely going to shine. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more of the Natland storyline, and we have so much to explore. This one thing I've always loved about Genshin Impact is how it's multi-platform. Like, I'm always logging in on different devices depending on where I am.
I need to find someone with a
just
Series
excited to
X
see another
for
platform
me to.
become available for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, on that note, I hope you have fun.
All right.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
So that was a lot. I think my highlight was Chaska. I do want to check out the trailer one more time.
We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were responsible.
Being able to fly is awesome. Going to Ochkanatlan, which we've heard about. I'm still very excited to see the Marajavari.
So Ochcon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
If you want to resolve a conflict,
We've heard about Ochkan. Ochkan is...
sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is.
Or was Ochkan the very first Malipo? Then Burkina, then Kichi, then Kinich.
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Cool.
$500 later, mystery surfaced again.
Ochkanatlan.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
New boss.
Be free.
Take me up.
Again, I like that it's tying in with Ermin's soul. The tree is the access to the memories. It's corrupted.
Knock him down.
It's either your end or mine! Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Oh, it's so cool. All right. So actually, that's gonna be it. I'm very excited for this. That all looked really sick. That looked really, really cool. Yeah, I'd say my highlight, my number one is Chaska and the Kukasaurs. My number two is all the puzzle gameplay for the Ictomasaur, the bats, which is the master of the Nightwind. Yeah. The story, it's an interlude. It's not going to be a full act. So, neat. Whatever. I'm still probably going to enjoy it. Alright, so we will be back to play this when it comes out, I believe, on the 18th. It is still the, they just resumed talks, SAG-AFTRA, with the writers about 2 weeks ago. So hopefully we'll start hearing something, because I don't think, I haven't heard anything. I'm not seeing any movement on this. There have been no news updates for the... Oh, here. As of October... Regarding the voice actors, again, there's been very little movement since mid-October. Well, hopefully we'll hear some stuff soon, because it is eerily quiet, which is why I've been playing with different language. But I would like to hear some of these characters talk before the end of Natlan. All right, that's gonna be it. I'm very excited to keep playing this, so make sure you're following me, because I'll be playing this probably the day it drops. All right, thanks. That's all for this thing that I'm doing. Till next time, peace.